Haven't you heard? A queen is on the rise. Wear a mini hat so she can open up your eyes. Join the convo, the podcast is lit. Cop a pen or two to spice up your fit, yeah. She's a producer, you can vibe to a remix. She do the most, but she ain't come to do the least. Whether it's the combo or the music you want, find it all here at TiTiTalks.com. Come and stimulate your mind with TiTi Talks. Promise you'll never fall behind with TiTi Talks. The knowledge you're seeking you can find with TiTiTalks.com. So come on and get with TiTi Talks, yeah.
Well, you get to say a little bit extra now. Go ahead and say something in the mic.
Mic check, mic check. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Give them your name.
Mic check. Coach K is in the building.
Coach K is in the building.
Team 517, TiTi Talks, Atlanta, Georgia.
Come on, baby.
What it do? All day, baby.
Let me tell you, this brother was up on the stage.
On Sunday. We want to talk about Lilith. What it do?
He was up here telling the people about Lilith. Helping these women folk reclaim their feminine power. And sometimes, you know, people have weird ideas about that coming from men sometimes. But the way he delivered it was a way that was like your favorite uncle, your favorite older cousin, who all the men respected, but all the women really adored too. So I appreciated this brother's presence on the stage. I was feeling inspired. I was like, okay. And then he shouted out Team Sagittarius, so I had to get a little turn.
I saw you throw your hand up.
I had to throw it up.
I
had to throw it up.
Like you was ready to get your passport. As soon as I said passport, you was like, oh, he know me.
You already know my life.
He know me.
You already know my life. Anybody who know me already know my life.
What
I'm already
Team Sagittarius
on the move.
With y'all? How y'all doing today? You all right? You feeling good?
I feel fabulous. I'm
you
feeling
know, the moon's
good.
in Sag right now.
I heard.
Yes. So
I heard
last
that.
night was a full moon in Scorpio, but it was at 28 degrees.
Okay.
So the moon moves pretty fast coming through the signs. So when we started, actually it was like at 4 degrees Sagittarius.
See, I'm glad you know. I only have limited exposure to a lot of astrology, so I'm so glad that you're having this conversation with me because I'm about to be in the book like, okay, 28 degrees.
Google. I just tell everybody Google. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to be on the Google.
So when is your birthday exactly?
November 30th.
Okay. So you are 9 degrees. So you're in the first decan. That's what they call the first decan of Sagittarius.
Deacon. I'm learning something new about me.
Right, yeah. So every sign is chopped up into threes.
Really?
So it's the first 10 days, second 10 days,
Got it.
third 10 days. So you're in the first 10 days of Sagittarius.
How about that?
So you like starting the party off. You like one of them Kenyans in the marathon. You jump out in the front with the Sagittarius.
That's how I get down.
Yeah.
From day one.
Right.
Came out running, came out swinging. Talk a little bit about what you do and who you are, because I just met this brother today. Give us your name and what type of work that you do.
Coach Khayr, Team Taurus, and I am a self-discovery specialist.
Self-discovery. That sounds real good and real deep.
I use astrology. I use intuition. I use all the tools in my toolbox. I'm trained in Tantra, trained in martial arts, Tai Chi, meditation. Astrology is like the wife, though. That's like the wife. And then I use different divination cards, tools, and things like that. And also just started to experiment with entheogens. So a lot of us didn't know that magic mushrooms, we thought, oh, that's the only thing that white people do. But that's what the original shamans were using as medicine.
Right.
And this mushroom is not a plant, it's a spore that arrived on a meteorite. So it contains all the history of the planet. So some of these entheogens that we are digesting are giving us the history of the planet, and we dealing with just 20, 30 years of information and stuff like that.
Right. This stuff is ancient.
Oh man.
This stuff is ancient.
Right, and it also brings out. I want to help the mushrooms and everybody drop their filters, man. I try to help people get their filters down.
And I've been reading a lot of really good research on the benefits for people who have post-traumatic stress disorder, people who have had coming out of the military. It's been used in a really positive way to kind of help people get through deep hurt, deep trauma.
It was just legalized May the 7th in Denver.
Really?
And the guy who was like pushing it, he is ex-Army West Point. got out of the Army because of his depression.
Wow.
And so they were the first, just like they were for recreational and medicinal marijuana.
Mm-hmm.
Oregon's got a big movement on now. California's got a big movement on. And it's all about setting, like finding the right medicine and the right person to help you with your medicine. Like there's a lot of doctors out here, but you want the one that you're the most comfortable with.
Absolutely.
A lot of astrologers out here. Find you one.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to find Coach Khayr, I'm at CoachKAstrology.info. CoachKAstrology.info. And if you were on this show, I gave out $250 today.
He gave out $250 a day
in discounts.
I love it.
So I normally charge $300 for a consultation.
Right.
If they go to my site, CoachKAstrology.info, and put in keep 100, they get $100 off.
Nice.
And then I teach astrology because when we used to have astrology in elementary schools, we built pyramids. When we took astrology out of elementary school, they moved us into projects. So I want to have a mission of getting astrology back in every household. So I created a course called Keep It Simple Astrology. It's on the same website. It's normally $300, but if you put in Astro Magic, because that's the combination is putting your astrology together with your magic. It's only $150.
Watch out.
I mean, lifetime access.
Yeah.
You can take it on your phone, you can be on a plane, you can be anywhere and start bringing this ancient science back into you, because you can be doing the right thing and be the wrong time, not be in the right place.
Yeah.
But astrology helps to get you right where you need to be ASAP.
Yeah, get you aligned.
A line?
Yeah.
What kind of line?
Astrology helps you become more aligned. So it helps you.
Aligned.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
And your gold grill is so sexy.
Thank you.
I don't know if y'all can't see it right
Thank
now, but
you.
I saw when you came walking in the door today, I was like, that's a hell of a lot of Lilith right there walking through
Thank
the door.
you. Thank you, Sugar.
Yes.
Shout out to Rich Grills in DC. He made this for me. He's a good friend of mine. And he and I actually did a show together a couple months back. So you have to check it out. I went by his shop and he made a grill for me.
I hope I get to be on another one of your shows, and I want you to come on one of my shows.
I'd love to.
I want you to show me how this whole magnificent setup, like,
Yeah.
I ain't jelly. You show me my future.
Yeah.
What I teach people is the 3 P's, the 3 P's of reflection. So
Lay it
there's
on
your
me, lay it on me.
Past reflection,
Past.
present reflection, and potential reflection. So anybody thinking about doing a podcast, they are your past reflection, because you used to be like them.
Yes.
But when we look at you, I saw the bags, I was like, yo, she portable.
Yeah.
What? Microphone setting up, microphone fiend.
Portable.
Before I
I
became a team.
just did a show in Detroit last week.
I just left Detroit.
Really?
Yesterday morning I was in Detroit.
How about
In
that?
somebody's basement.
Did a show in Detroit. I did a show recently in Atlanta. I did a show about a month ago in California, out in Orange County. I've been really mobile. I'm really trying to move this all over. I'm hoping to do a few shows in New
What
York.
did you love the most about today's Mystical Magic Expo? Or your top 3 things that you learned that you can apply immediately?
Top things that I can, it's hard to say that I can learn because this is stuff that I know, but repetition is what helps things stick.
So what are you going to apply tomorrow?
But let me say this. I was more inspired. It wasn't necessarily that I learned anything that I didn't know. I was inspired to be standing in my authentic self.
Facts.
Because that whole first row, it was nothing but people who made the decision that they were going to stand in their power.
Holla, holla.
And they were going to change their life and turn their life around. Because I guarantee everybody in that front row got a fucked up story about some shit that happened a long time ago.
I was in the front row, so yeah, I definitely got a story or two.
I'm sure. Anybody who can dig themselves out the mud and has the humility to come back and assist people in pulling themselves out of the mud, they have a story to tell. So I was really inspired by the people who are coming up and standing in their own truth and calling us to be courageous enough to be able to stand in ours. Because a lot of the people in the front row there are probably deep seers, deep feelers, people who have a really, really, really sensitive sensory environment. So they feel everything, they see everything, and they were feeling in the room that people were holding themselves back because of how they were raised, because of religion, because of not being able to move past trauma and things like that. And so what the energies and the ancestors in the room were compelling them to say was, fuck that shit, get your shit together, Be your authentic self. Stop letting people that ain't built shit tell you how to build your shit.
Bong bong. Oh, that's bong bong what you saying.
You know what I'm saying?
That's all bong bong.
So even though I know all of that stuff, what it did was re-inspire me to be more committed to being an authentic person, to continue to pull myself up out the mud so that I can kind of give people tools to be able to pull themselves out the mud so that we can have really a better existence. You know, my tagline is, I didn't come here to do the least. You know, people always tell people, you know, you doing the most, you doing the most, you doing the most. I didn't come here to do the least.
Facts.
That's what I tell people. It's trademarked, don't even try it. But seriously, people are always feeling like they're too big, they're too much, so you see people shrink themselves down. You didn't come here to do the least.
You really, in all the things that you just described, my tagline is just 2 words and you described it.
What's your tagline?
Live free. One more time, live free. That's the hashtag. If you go to Instagram and type in live free, you'll find me. Live free. Live up on the bondage, yo. You know what I mean? It ain't easy work, but boy, it pays good. Golly, it pays good.
Yes, it does.
But look, I love what you got here, but I gotta get ready to rock up out of here.
I know you gotta rock and roll.
Eyes, they want me to roll, but thank you so much for letting me come on TiTi Talks.
You are so welcome. You're always welcome.
Wow.
You are always welcome. Where are you located?
I'm on the 4G network. I can be anywhere. I'm all over the internet.
Okay.
You type in Coach Khayr, but I'm locally in Atlanta right now.
Nice.
I'll be in the Dominican Republic next week.
Hey.
My flight landed last night from Detroit.
Hey.
I get around.
I'm
like
I know that life.
So
I know that life. I know that life.
More like you, though. I'm gonna add some stuff to my bag. But thank you, TiTi, so much for letting Coach Khayr come right here and vibe
so
with
welcome.
your audience.
You're so
I love
welcome.
y'all. And it's Khayr. Khayr. I got a free astrology course too on YouTube, and then I got a paid one, you know what I'm saying, over at Coach K Astrology. But start with my YouTube, you know, my meditations and all of that. Man, I want people to start where they at. But I
have to get with you. I'm producing a meditation CD right now. It's dope. It's really dope.
Is your number on something over here I just picked up? Oh no, man, I'm already following you on Instagram.
You already followed me.
Message already.
That's what I'm talking about. Listen, man, y'all better get on IG and stop playing. Everybody out here doing their thing on IG, man. Your IG is your commercial. Get your brand out, get your name out, get your message out. Because a lot of the people that are watching stuff like this, you're being compelled to do some shit. You're being strongly pushed to do some stuff. You call it what you want, God, ancestors, you know, your own personal will, whatever it is. But you also have to cross the threshold of reaching out to people. You got to reach out to people. People are, who do your branding? Who did your commercial? Who did your video? Who did your this and that? Man, I found somebody on Instagram. People look like, oh, you found somebody on Instagram? I sure did. Yeah. I sent them an inbox like, can you help me do this?
Closed mouths don't get fed on the boulevard.
Hello. Say something. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you. I appreciate you. I love you.
Love you too.
Peace.
Safe travels.